Hey boys, welcome back to some more NRL Supercoach. We're going to be, reviewing. I was going to say previewing. Reviewing the round 17 bye week. It was a tough week, but a lot of people went really well. So we scored 678, which was a heck of a lot lower than we did in the first bye. I think we ended up with how many? 10 players, 10 or 11. But I feel like most of my players and most of the trade-ins for this week actually worked out pretty well. Once again, the captaincy choice killed me. This year is just going to go down as missed opportunities, dude. Just missed opportunities with captaincy. Like, I haven't completely squandered a captaincy, but geez, I've very rarely got it right. Very rarely. So we got 678. I was looking at quite a few people saying their scores, and it seemed like this week 700 to 750 was about, well, I say that would have been about par, but we got a tick under 700, and we only dropped 68 spots. Like, I knew I was going to go down a little bit, but only 68. We're still, we had a bit of a bad week last week, so we're still in that top 500. And honestly, the team is looking good. It's going to be tough to sort of make up positions at this point, regardless, because there's just not that many. There's not that many pod plays you can really do. But if we can just get a couple of nice captaincy pods or something, I don't know. It's hard to even take like a pod on a captaincy anyway. So I don't know. We'll see what we can do over the next few weeks. The one thing I do think I have in my favor is that the team is strong. Like the team is pretty much done in all honesty, because we're going to be making. Well, we'll see. We'll see what we can do this week, but potentially 2 trades to almost have the team done and dusted. But let's go through the scoring. So Cameron McInnes, 72. Very nice. Very nice. Now he's one position that I'm definitely looking at upgrading him to probably Damien Cook after Origin. I think Cook is probably the second best option. Him and Harry Grant. So that's sort of the ideal, but it's not that pressing at the moment, because I mean, if McInnes can, I'm probably not going to play McInnes too often, but he's a solid backup. He's a solid backup. Our front row killed it. Isaiah Papali'i. So I should have. I was tossing and turning. Do I put the captaincy on him or Dylan Brown? Unfortunately, I went Dylan Brown. I mean, Brown went okay. We'll see in a second here, but I think he scored 57, which is fine, but I should just gone with Papali'i. I mean, if he didn't score that last try, then he wouldn't have gone. He still would have scored pretty well, but not 90. But yeah, just watching that game, Papali'i was just in everything. He was taking so many carries. He was busting tackles. He was offloading. The man was a monster. And yeah, should have just. I think I was just going for a bit of upside. I thought Brown could come out, and he's had a quiet couple of weeks. I was hoping for a big one, but not to be. So yeah, that's definitely. We could have made up quite a few points with that one, but it is what it is. Pole 48. What a pickup. Honestly, this was the cheapie to get, in my opinion. There were a couple other guys, obviously Hosking and Jed Cartwright, both who scored pretty well as well. I think they actually scored maybe a tick more than Pole, but honestly, Pole is going to be. I don't know. I can see him sort of being like Max King. Maybe not quite as good as Max King, but I think he looks so good. Like, I'm not going to lie. The Tigers are trash, but when Pole was on the field, he was so strong. His defense, his carries, he looked the best Tigers forward out there. So, I mean, surely he continues to play 40, 50 minutes and getting 40, 50 points a game, which would be very, very nice. Mitch Barnett, 97. Oh, I feel good about that one. Like I was talking about a couple of weeks ago, I was sort of I was sort of umming and ahhing a little bit about him or Tyson Frizzell. I think, I don't know what Frizzell scored, but Barnett got a nice little try. And even without the try, he got 97 points, dude. He killed it. So Barnett is, I mean, he's probably a guy that I'm going to look to move on, but I don't know. Maybe he turns into a bit like Adam Elliott and becomes a bit of a star in the back row, because there's a couple of guys I'm looking at in the back row, but not a whole lot. So yeah, we'll see how it goes over next couple of weeks, I guess. Ezra Mam, 69, fantastic. He played amazing. His defense was strong, got a nice try, looked really good. So obviously, he's going to be traded this week. Yeah, I think he's gone this week, which it does pain me to say, but there is obviously one guy that we pretty much have to bring in. You can probably guess who that is. There we go, Dylan Brown with the 57. Unfortunate, not the greatest, but it is what it is. Mike Acevo, 79. I was watching this Eels game. Oh my god, this Eels game was so frustrating. The no try to start the game. Okay, so a little bit of behind the scenes as well. I had dude, I'm honestly really good at first try scorers. I get, honestly, if I do like it first try scorer, with most of if I do it for almost all the 8 games, I generally get like 2 or 3 a week. Like I'm pretty solid, and I always do I'll only put like $1 bets on, and I always I look at matchups and whatever. Edge back rollers, dummy halves, depending what team they play for, and the value. And I had Sean Lane as first try scorer, and man, Dylan Brown had the try assist. Sean Lane got the first try. I was loving life. And then they called it back for a little bobble. I thought that was a try. Honestly, I thought it was a try. I don't think that should have been pulled up, but yeah, that was frustrating. And all the people that brought in Sean Lane last week would have been absolutely filthy. But yeah, that Eels game started off poorly. Mike Acevo, I don't know how many points he was on, but he was not doing much. He was not doing much. And then finally they do some nice attack deep in their own end. Sevo scores a try. He sets one up with a beautiful kick. It was fantastic. So Sevo 79, and I feel pretty darn good about that. So out of all, it's funny because Sevo now, out of all the good backline options for the bye, Alex Johnston got ruled out. Campbell Graham obviously was out. Mulatalo I think got 50 odd, and probably Zach Lomax, the other guy, got about 50, 60. So Mike Acevo, my boy Sevo, he killed it. He killed it compared to all the other center wingers. Isaiah Tass, so we brought him in. I still think it was the right move. I could have gone Mulatalo, who did score more. He got 10, 15 points more than Taz, but he scored a try. Taz pretty much didn't really get any good footy, but just good base. 43 points. He's honestly not a bad play in matchups. He just didn't really see much good footy, but he's got some points in him. So I like the Taz pickup, and I'm pretty happy with it. He could be a guy we move on after he gets some more cash, but we'll play it by ear. We definitely have some pretty solid backline options as it is. Poor old Anderson. Oh, poor old Anderson, dude. 17 points. He's gone down in price. Oh, it was a tough watch. He obviously got that head knock very early. And then did he get another head knock? Yeah, he did, but I don't think he went off for that. And then obviously suffering that injury. So poor old Anderson, bit of a shocker, but he was just a good little downgrade option to free up cash anyway. You were hoping he would score some points in the bye, but it didn't really matter too much. And then now hopefully he's enough until the end of the year. Basically, you don't really want him to play anymore, so it is what it is. And then the man Ryan Papenhuyzen, 49 points. Oh no. Oh man, you saw it coming, right? The Storm, without Grant, without Munster, without pretty much their whole back line, it was a tough game to watch. The Storm were pretty trash. Papenhuyzen, he looked bad as well. Like, he looked injured. Oh man, he obviously did his finger, old mallet finger, whatever the hell it is, and then he fucking hurt he hurt himself in a tackle. I think it was Ramian and Katoa like diving in, making the tackle, hurt him earlier, and then when they kicked, and then there was a penalty kick for Taj, and this goddamn idiot, you know, you love to see it, but you also hate to see it. He like jumps from the field of play, tries to bat it back in, and he just landed, you know, not that awkwardly, but you can see as soon as he got up, he's limping and carrying on. Like, I'm just like, oh man, he's gonna be injured. But I don't know. It seems like he's gonna back up. But yeah, it's a bit of a rough night for poor Papenhuyzen. So yeah, overall, a bit of a I don't know. It was a good week for all the guys that I brought in. Like Sivo, Tass was pretty solid. Barnett, fantastic, and Pole, beautiful. And even McInnes, I guess, for this bye was good as well. We just didn't have that many numbers, and we didn't nail the captaincy. But what I'm going to be doing, straight up, I think we have to do it. And I think I got enough cash. Maybe. I hope I do. So if we go highest price, how much is... Oh, Tedesco's only 688. I thought he was like 800,000. What the hell? Okay, so Tedesco is way cheaper than I thought he was. So yeah, I'm pretty much going to go straight to Tedesco. This is beautiful. Obviously, I'll keep an eye on you know, late mail, because obviously it's after Origin. Tedesco, I mean, the Roosters in general, Tedesco usually backs up, and then, you know, the Roosters have been travelling pretty poorly, so I would expect Tedesco to back up regardless, but we'll see. He might come off poorly. His scores, I mean, they haven't been great. Like, I can't believe he got 32 points against the Knights to start. Then he went on a bit of a decent tear, 28 against our Bronx, and then another good tear. Honestly, it was a pretty good, from round 6 to 12, it was a really nice run. And then 50, 57, 66. I mean, actually, they're three tough matchups. I didn't actually notice. Storm, Parramatta, the Panthers. So, and then he's got Dragons, Newcastle, Manly. He's got a good run. He's got a good run coming up. I mean, I know he's got the Broncos, Cowboys. I still think they're decent matchups for points. Maybe not against the Cows, but the Broncos especially, and then Tigers, even Melbourne and South. That's pretty solid. So I think, I mean, obviously the pod play here is Latrell Mitchell, but I can't. Dude, Latrell Mitchell's going to get suspended. There is no shot this dude does not get suspended in the next couple of weeks. The way he plays, like, you know, he can be annoying. I actually enjoy watching him play, but he's going to get himself suspended. He flies too close to the sun, dude. So I can't pick up Mitchell. I think Tedesco's just the way to go. Again, obviously, I'll make sure he's actually playing after Origin, but, you know, this was the future planning, and I can go straight to it. And then look at the heart. Look at the team. We got Papenhuyzen, Tedesco, Brown, Munster, Hines, Cleary. That's 6 pretty good players right there. And then the other trade, and I think I can go straight to this as well. But who do I trade? So there's two guys that I want to get in, and then my team is done. It's Tarpany and Cook, and I guess maybe Madison. The other forwards, I guess, are Madison and Cameron Murray. Now, Cameron Murray probably, after Origin in the next couple of weeks, maybe we'll go Murray for the run, for the run home. Madison, it looks like he is going to play this week, but you got to wait to see how the ribs are. So I wouldn't go Madison early. And then the halves are set. The front row is set. Like I've got Tamalolo, Papali'i, Max King, Pole. That's set. And then the back line is set as well. We can swing Taylor May, and then we'll swing in Joey Manu. That's a damn good back line. And then Sivo and Sawali, we can just play on matchups. So the Parramatta are taking on the Warriors, and the Roosters are taking on the Dragons. Oh man, who do I play? They both have good matchups. I don't know. We could play both. I could just reserve Sawali, but dude, my team is fucking stacked right now. Again, we can wait to see how many players back up from Origin, but honestly, for how stacked my team is, I sort of hope a lot of the players don't back up, because I can cover easily. And if some other teams are relying on the Origin stars to back up, I can make up a few places with the depth. So who do I trade? I mean, I guess I could. Can we trade Max King for Tarpany? We actually can. We can trade Max King for Joey Tarpany and Ezra Mam for Tedesco this week. But I feel like Max King, it obviously leaves me no money, so it's going to be tougher. But oh man, I don't know. Like I mean, we look at our back. I do honestly. I want Tarpany in the back row because he's got that dual. I would love to have the dual second row, front row in the back row, because I got all my in the duals in the front row. So we could, like, Olaquatu keeper. Adam Elliott is a keeper at the moment. Talakai is a keeper. Angus Crichton probably has to go. I actually feel like Crichton is or we could just trade out Barnett. Like, I honestly am tempted just to trade out Barnett. I know it's I had Barnett for 2 weeks. That's usually a terrible trade, but like, I'll have 7 trades left and my team is done. My team is literally done. So I feel like Barnett just for Tarpany. Because it's going to be so tough. This is the only annoying thing with having such a stacked team, is that how the hell am I going to choose 4 reserves? Because let's just go like this for now, because I do feel like this is probably the best. This is probably the best use of our trades. I mean, it just makes the team so damn strong. I'm not going to lie. But let's just have a look at this team, right? Let's just go full strength for now. Let's just assume that everyone's going to back up. Olaquatu, Tarpany, and who's our third best back rower? I mean, probably Elliott. I mean, the Sharks taking on the Cowboys, Raiders taking on Storm. They're both actually pretty tough. Let's go Elliott for now, I guess. I mean, he's just been killing it. Nico Hines, Cleary. We've got, who the hell's better? Probably Cleary, I guess. We'll go Cleary. Dylan Brown, Munster. We'll go. Is Munster playing? Surely he is, right? He must be over COVID. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. And then our back line is that. And then So our reserves, Tedesco obviously, Nico Hines clearly, and then we've got Sawali, Dylan Brown, Talakai, Crichton, McInnes, and King. Now, obviously, not King, even though he's been punching out big scores, just doesn't have the upside. McInnes, no. So I guess it comes down to like Crichton, Talakai, Brown, Sawali. Dude, we got a good team. So I think I'm still... I don't know. The only reason I don't want to trade out Barnett is because I only just had him in and he's going to make a bit more cash. But again, if I think about it, our team is done. All we need now is Cook and probably another gun back row option, either Madison or Cameron Murray, depending who sort of comes up the ranks, because that's pretty much done. Because if we look at let's look at the back line. Who is the best back line at the moment? This isn't going to tell the whole story, but we got Manu and Garrick. We don't have Johnston, but I'm just not going to get Johnston. I'm sorry. Talakai we've got. Tago, Campbell. Obviously Campbell's out, so don't worry about it. We got Taylor May. And then, there's some other potentials. I mean, Tuolangi's been good. Val Holmes. Mulatalo. Again, I think Mulatalo would be a keeper, but like I said last week, we had so many backline options, we didn't need Mulatalo, in my opinion. So I'm not that concerned. Oh man, Penasini, dude. All the people that kept Penasini up until this bye, he got 22 points. That just kills you, doesn't it? Oh, I mean, he's been going well. He's been getting like 50 plus every week, but the one week where you're like, come on, get some decent points. I've held you this long. He gets 22 damn points. Jesse Ramian 133. Katoni Staggs. I mean, honestly, Katoni Staggs could be a little bit of a pod play for the run home. And I mean, I don't know, maybe that's sort of what we look at going forward, is just looking at potential teams that have really good matchups and getting some backline players in to sort of jag some big scores. But other than that, like, it's pretty good. I can't complain. I still, maybe we keep Barnett, get rid of Crichton, but no, surely Crichton is due for some attacking stats. They're taking on the Dragons this week. Talakai, I still think is a keeper, but I mean, I guess sort of watch the space. Like, Connor Tracy was really good in the centers. You never know. Talakai might go back into the forwards, which might push him back to the bench, which seems crazy, but you never know. And then, other than that, there's not really much else to do. We'll have 7 trades left, and it's looking pretty good. We don't have too much cash, but, we can easily nuff. We don't want to nuff. It doesn't really matter too much. We can nuff another backline player. If Tass makes some more cash, we can nuff him out, or we can nuff out a second row, another second row option to free up a bit of cash. Because how much is McInnes is 540, let's say, and Cook is probably, what would he be, like 650 maybe? What is he? 700. 700. So that's not great. We need Cook to score a few low ones. He didn't start the year great, did he? But he's gone on a bit of a run lately. He's been pretty consistent, but yeah, that's pretty much that. So it's been a bit of a disappointing couple of weeks, but I feel like our planning and our team depth has really started to pay off. So hopefully the back end here, we can just sort of start to start to march our way back up the rankings. But like I said, it's going to be tough because I feel like most teams are going to have pretty similar players. It's just a matter of who you captain. It's just going to be who you get as captain every week. So, you know, if we can just jag a couple of good captaincy, I would love it. But yeah, hopefully guys are enjoying the Supercoach action. Make sure to like and comment, and I'll see you in the next one.